It's a highly recognizable spot in Port Alberni, a brightly colored cottage with ceramic bowls on its shutters. It's Potluck Ceramics, a unique business operated by volunteers and owned by the Port Alberni Fundraising Co-op.
Potluck Ceramics is a social enterprise, and we sell terracotta cook and dinnerware, and we do that to make profit, and then the profit we donate to quality of life in the Alberni Valley.
The enterprise and the co-op came about when Helma, who had emigrated from Europe, began volunteering with the Alberni Valley Hospice Society.
I noticed the amount of fundraising which was done here, how much of their resources, like volunteers and staff and even money, has to be put into fundraising. And I always thought there must be another way, a better way, something you can do which raises funds but also gives the person who actually donates something back.
That better way was the Port Alberni Fundraising Co-op, a community service co-op whose mandate is to operate for-profit businesses but donate the profits to quality of life groups and services in the Alberni Valley. And Potluck Ceramics is their first business.
Everybody wins when you sell something. The person who buys knows that the profit of the purchase is going to go to a worthwhile cause.
And Potluck has been winning beautifully, already donating over $130,000 to the Alberni Valley Hospice Society. But given the size of the market in this small city, opportunities to grow that success have been limited. That is, until Helma dropped in at a farm market on the Saanich Peninsula.
Yeah, we walked into this old milk barn, which is converted into a farm market. We talked to volunteers, and then we found out that this was a program for the homeless, for homeless people with addiction and mental health issues.
Helma had stopped in at Woodwynn Farm Market, where she met founder and executive director Richard LeBlanc and learned the story of the farm.
Woodwynn Farms is a 193-acre farm that's dedicated as a therapeutic community for the homeless, which means we're a place where folks come from the streets. They live here 24/7 as a long-term commitment to their rehab, to their treatment, to their recovery. Essentially the goal of putting that lifestyle behind them forever.
The coin just dropped, and I went like, gee, now this is actually a place very suitable for potluck, very complementary to what they sell here, and the wheels were spinning.
Well, the wheels certainly were spinning, because within just a few months, a partnership of sorts had been struck, allowing this Port Alberni success story to set up shop in the Woodwynn market, an arrangement that was mutually beneficial.
Not only will this be a revenue source, which helps pay the very basic bills, and you got to pay your hydro, you got to pay your insurances, and a place like this doesn't just float along on its own. But to be engaged in the community and have an opportunity to have more people know about who we are, and as an educational vehicle in that kind of a way, and then showcase that we're a positive solution.
The arrangement is pretty simple, with Woodwynn supplying the space and volunteers to run the shop in return for 2/3 of the profits, with the remaining share going back to Potluck and becoming part of their annual donation.
We can now increase volume, and since Saanich is the greater Victoria area, we hope that this does really well. We might even have found a model to share with other communities and other organizations as well.
I never thought we were going to be having a pottery operation like this as part of our market. It was not on my radar. And now it's a bright, beautiful part of our market. So expect the unexpected in that kind of wonderful way.
This is uniting communities. And on the other hand, what I also like is, yes, we are a small community and we got a big heart. And this big heart is now going to beat in another community.